Group A with Qatar, Senegal, Ecuador and Netherlands. Of course, we've got the host of the tournament, Qatar. Their last competitive game was against Egypt in a bit over a year. They won in penalties in a game for a third place in Arab Cup. Since then, they played a lot of friendlies game. They win against Bulgaria and Ghana, drew against Chile, Morocco, Lazio and Jamaica, and lost just 2 games against Croatia and Canada. They did prepare for this long time, for a very long time, since it has been announced. Under coach Felix Sanchez, who took the charge of the national team in 2017, they have surprisingly good win ratio of 53%. And obviously there is an advantage of the host. So far, only one host in history of the World Cup didn't make it through the group stage. It was Republic of South Africa in 2010. I see some teams struggling against them, but I think this will be second time in a history when hosts of the World Cup won't make it to the knockout stage. Next, we have unpredictable Ecuador, qualified from the 4th place with the 3rd best goal difference after Argentina and Brazil. They actually have terrible away record, which might affect how they will play at this World Cup, because theoretically they will play all games away. But you could see them performing very well against big teams. They beat Colombia 6-1, they won against Uruguay 4-2, and they drew with Argentina and Brazil 1-1 each of these games. After qualifiers, they had 6 friendlies, but we really didn't see a lot of goals in these games, as there was only 2 in 6 games. 4 game draw, 0-0, and 2 games won 1-0 against Nigeria and Cape Verde. There is a lot of young players in the squad. Most experienced one, Ener Valencia, who's already 33, have himself an amazing season in Fenerbahce, banging 13 goals and 4 assists in just 12 games of Turkish League. There was a lot of controversies about Ecuador appearance at this World Cup, as they were investigated by International Court of Arbitration for Sport for allowing ineligible player Byron Castillo to play in the World Cup qualifications. Appeal was made by Chile, who obviously didn't qualify for the World Cup. The appeal was dismissed and they were penalized with fine of 100k Swiss franc and 3 points deduction for the next World Cup qualifiers. Of course, if the decision would be upheld, that means that Chile would be going to this World Cup, but it was dismissed, so case closed. The most ridiculous part about this case was that straight away after Peru lost their playoff games against Australia, they joined appeal with Chile with hope that maybe they will go to the World Cup instead of them. But in just pure football aspect, this team is very exciting. I can't wait for the game against Senegal. Next one in the group, Senegal, winner of AFCON 2022. They will go to this tournament as the best team of African continent. Of course, the main star, Sadio Mane, is out of the squad due to injury, as I mentioned before. They were for many people dark horses of this tournament, as they play really good football and you could expect a lot from them. But I think the absence of Sadio Mane will affect the way they will be playing at this World Cup, as he is the type of a player that make a difference on the pitch. I think you can see that in current season in Liverpool squad, he is missed. Another starman of Senegal national team, Edouard Mendy, who had amazing season last year, unfortunately didn't replicate this form to this season. He's struggling at Chelsea. He only kept 1 clean sheet in 11 games that he played. Makes some simple mistakes that were leading to losing the points by Chelsea. One of them was against Leeds when they lost 3-0 and he made a terrible, terrible mistake. And last but not least, Netherlands. I think personally one of the best teams in Europe in form currently. They finished first in the Nations League, beating twice Belgium on aggregate 5-1. Squad full of individual qualities, a leader in every formation, two centre backs, Virgil van Dijk and Matthias de Ligt. Just great defense, great setup. In the midfield, Frankie de Jong will be bossing. Up front, we've got Memphis Depay and Cody Gakpo, who's currently in the form of his life. As well, I'm excited very much about future young star Xavi Simons, who's already have 10 goals and 3 assists in this season for PSV. Of course, there is high expectation as they are all coached by Louis van Gaal, who lead them in 2014 to the third place in the World Cup. So, my final prediction for this group. At the top, we've got Netherlands, second Ecuador, third Senegal, and last, the host of the tournament, Qatar.